Hi everybody, Derek Sue from The Journey Home. I'm here on GoFundMe to ask for your help. My community is in dire need of some assistance here. As you know, back in June, my camp was attacked by outsiders. We had people hospitalized, we lost a lot of property, and a lot of bad things happened. Unfortunately, a lot of people here don't have the money or the means to get replacement tents, replace some of the personal property that they need, or fix some of the property that they need. And so the shelters have become an issue here. You're going to see some really sad pictures after this introduction. And I want you to take to heart that these are people, longtime Oaklanders. Some of them are seniors and with very dire health needs. There are elderly here who have mobility issues. We now have families with small children who need your help. We really need your help. As you know, the high cost of rent in Oakland is absolutely insane. These are folks here who are longtime Oaklanders who had homes at one time, but because of circumstances have lost their home. And so after the attack, what little they had was damaged and destroyed. And a lot of people here are having a very difficult time, even with some assistance from some of the advocacy groups that have come by to assist us. I'm reaching out to all of you for help, for my community, not for myself, but for my community. And what I want to do is replace all of their tents with something much better and more durable than what they currently have. Right here in this particular area, the one thing that damages tents more than anything else is wind. Wind tears these tents up. A store-bought tent typically will last anywhere from about a month up to a high of 6 months as normal. And the wind is just relentless through here. Plus, they're not very waterproof because moisture does get in there. And with winter coming, we know that it's wet out, it's very cold, it's very windy. And what I found is that the canopy type of unit that I use as the basis and the frame for my tent holds up very well. And then I put siding on there, which is the black plastic that you see in the background here. It is pest resistant, meaning that there's a chemical in the plastic that the pests and insects, rats, mice don't like to chew on. So they're pest resistant, so it helps people keep the pest out of their units. Also, this gives people a lot more room to bring their personal property into their tent rather than leaving it outside the tent to get stolen or vandalized when they're not here or sleeping at night. And so I'm trying to help everybody here out with all of a new shelter. And what we want to do is make it uniform so that everybody has the same thing. We all have the same look, and we really clean up this neighborhood. We're really proud of this particular curbside community because we have very low crime here. We have virtually no hard drug use at all here. We do use some minor stuff, you know, the legal cannabis. We have some alcohol here and a few other little minor things, but we don't do needles here. Needles are not allowed in this particular camp. And when somebody does come in with a needle, I eject them. So I just don't have needle users in this camp. We have a porta potty, which has been perfect for everybody here, and it's really alleviated the issue of waste. on the streets and down the gutters, and so that has helped out tremendously. Along with the shelters, I'm also trying to put together a shower system like what I have for my personal use, and then these shower units are available to everybody. And the nice thing that is about the way that I have this set up, you're not going to use a whole lot of water, you're not going to use a lot of electricity or anything. The shower pumps are actually coming from Amazon, and they are battery operated. I have a charging station here. I can charge the batteries up for everybody so that they can take their showers. Everybody gets their own personal pump. I control the water buckets here because I'm the one who is able to fill those buckets. So I'll need a series of buckets. I need pumps to issue to each one of the tents and the families so that they have their individual showers. And then that way, number one, the kids can stay clean, the adults can stay clean, which alleviates a lot of health issues, flus, colds, germs, bacteria, dirt on the hands. People are actually having clean hands to eat with rather than the filthy, dirty hands that are typically seen in a camp. So I'm really trying to improve the hygiene here, improve the living conditions. We're all Oaklanders here, and we need to help out some of our really disadvantaged here. If you can help us out at all, it's greatly appreciated. The amount that I'm asking for is $5,000, and what that does, it takes care of, number one, it sets up 15 brand new housing units. We take out all the ugly tents that we have here that you're going to see in this video right after this. We get rid of all of that. We have a uniform look. Everybody keeps their stuff inside the tent now rather than all over the place like they're doing. So number one, we improved the neighborhood. Everything's more secured. People are living a better quality of life, even though quality of life down here is pretty bad. But this helps makes things a little bit easier, and we're asking for your help. We really need your help. I really need your help to help my community. These folks here, they're elderly. Like I said, a lot of people are over 60 in this camp. We have between 23 and 25 people here, plus we have drive-ins at night. We have people who come here and park to stay overnight because this is a safe camp. And we do have restrooms available to them, and I'd like to make a shower available to those folks also. So we really like to have your assistance on this. I have water available. The landlord here is very generous and is trying to help us out. So he's doing his part. And the biggest issue here is trying to stay clean, trying to stay sheltered, and we're really reaching out to all of you to help this community. And we really would like your consideration on this. So stay tuned, look at these pictures, and I'll be right back. Hey everybody, Derek Sue back with you. If you see behind me, this is the unit that I have. And it consists of a canopy, easy up canopy, and then we wrap it up with black plastic siding, construction siding. And so it makes it windproof, waterproof, and a lot more durable than a tent. Let me show you give you a tour of the neighborhood here, of my community, so that you can understand the need and what's going on here. So anyway, I have the most stable home here, and everybody compliments me on this all the time. And so a lot of folks here lost tents in our attack back in June, and then the wind took care of some, and so I'm reaching out asking you for help. But anyway, here's some of the pictures. I'm going to take us for a little tour around the camp so that you can see what's going on. I'm going to flip the camera around so that you can start seeing some So you see, folks, we got quite a few people out here. We need some help. A lot of these folks have no income or very little income, and then the income that they do have gets used for just buying the basics: food, water, something to drink, clothes, medical, medications, hand lotion, suntans, sunscreen. These are all the basic things that we use out here that get used up. And when our money runs out, or when their money runs out, there isn't any more. There isn't any more for a lot of these folks, and so they live on a shoestring. And then when they lost their housing for whatever reason, it made things even more difficult. So we could really use your help in this community. We have a lot of good people. We have families, like I said. We have folks that go to work every day out here. That's why you see some of those tents empty, because they're at work. They're working. This is not a lazy community here. People get up and go do what they need to do. So I'm asking you, please help us and make life a little more bearable for those of us here on the Curbside Community. Thank you for your consideration. I'm Derek Sue from The Journey Home.